Well, hello, fans. I'm here once again with Matt Pentz, the Seattle Times beat writer. We're here at their practice a couple days before the Vancouver Whitecaps match. And Matt, I wanted to ask you, you've had a chance, obviously, to look at the Sounders in preseason, a couple of games. What's sort of your prognosis heading into the season?
Obviously not an ideal start from a Sounders perspective, 2 losses, but I honestly think that take away the result, and there's been some promising signs, especially going forward. The attack seems like it's coming along all right. Definitely some questions to be asked on the defensive end. A couple costly miscues in both games. They're going to have to sort that out, so I think that it's too early to get any kind of definitive call, but it's certainly been a mixed bag so far.
Yeah, and what do you think of the rash of injuries in the first couple of games?
That's certainly also an ominous sign. I don't think you want to have such a lengthy list right now and looking at 3 or 4 year starters as serious question marks, but maybe they're getting them out of the way early.
We know that Portland won the MLS Cup. I'm sure that puts a lot of pressure on the Sounders. We have the match coming up on Saturday against Vancouver. How do you see the Cascadia Cup shaping up this year?
Yeah, I don't think the Sounders need any kind of reminder that the Portland won last year. But again, I think it's pretty early. I'm actually higher on Vancouver than a lot of people. Actually picked them as my MLS Cup team before the year. And maybe that doesn't look great through 2 weeks, but like the Sounders, it's still early. So I think that all 3 teams look like playoff teams to me. It's probably going to end up, again, who peaks at the right time. But still, all 3, I think, should be right in the mix at the end. But I think that if you look at the Western Conference, the top 6 is still pretty strong. I think that the Sounders will definitely be in the mix. I think they'll just kind of end up playing for seeding down the stretch.
What's your analysis of the lack of movement and maybe what's going to happen as the summer kind of kicks in?
It was definitely a strange offseason, to be sure, especially given the last 2 years whenever you had just guys coming in all the time, a little bit slower, and even the guys coming in with the Galaxy, sort of some older European veterans that maybe aren't quite Giovinco, let's put it that way. But looking forward to the summer, maybe that does mean that there is some movement. They're still adding money into the cap with the TAM and sort of encouraging teams to buy these mid-level, top-level players. So I think that certainly in the summer there could be some serious movement, I think.
Well, Matt, we'll look forward to talking to you as this season kicks in and winds down and get your prognosis and analysis on the Sounders. Thank you again.
Appreciate it as always.